Got any ideas?
Hey guys, VALTORIOUS the Awoken here. Now, we are going to do a match that was scheduled to me, that somebody wrote in the comment section below and told me, was like, hey, do Albert Wesker versus Klaus Mikaelson from Vampire Diaries. I was like, word? That sounds like a dope match. I'm like, alright, I got you. Now, coming from a tyrant madman who wanted to change the world, wanted to destroy the world and remake it, I guess, in his own image. You got Albert Wesker, you know, part of STARS, was basically a double agent for Umbrella, and, you know, working for other organizations on the side, giving out information and intel, and trying to, you know, work around it and do his own thing. And then you have Klaus Mikaelson, again, an original vampire hybrid, you know, became an original vampire due to his brother dying, and well, Michael basically saying, well, Esther, get together the spell, let's do this, like, we can't be falling to these beasts of the night. So what happened? They became a vampire. Well, they all became a vampire, but, you know, so on and stuff. And, you know, Klaus himself originally was a werewolf first, until Esther basically suppressed his gene of being a wolf and was like, now you only know vampire. Because when he first killed the person, that's when it triggered his werewolf curse and minced Michael's rage that, well, technically this is not even my kid. So, you know, I don't know, I think the fight actually would probably be decent if you think about it, because I mean, well, you have like a superhuman, like I said, superhuman madman with stupid amounts of abilities. Oh, by the way, he basically, Albert Wesker had to die and become a Super Saiyan in order for him to gain those abilities, by the way. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I think that the fight itself would probably be mild, because again, like, both men are stupid strong, fast. Now the question is, because Klaus Mikaelson, we all know that he loves to bite a lot, right? We all know, like, he likes to bite a lot. So the question is, would he actually be able to bite like Albert Wesker, and would the, you know, virus and all that other stuff that's in his body, would it actually do something to Klaus? But then again, because, you know, he's a vampire, so that doesn't, like, diseases and all that crap doesn't really affect him. But, you know, it's just a thought, like, you know, this is Resident Evil stuff we talking here. T virus, X virus, you know, all that crazy shit. So it makes you wonder, like, would it actually do something to him? And on that note, if Albert Wesker was to, like, catch Klaus and he just rips his heart out, because we all know Wesker can do that, like, he's stupid strong like that. So if he was to rip his heart out, right, yeah, Albert Wesker would think that he's dead and stuff, like, oh, okay, he's done, you know, he just moves along. Next thing you know, I don't know, a couple of minutes later, Klaus comes back to life. He doesn't know it, and Klaus just decapitates his head and calls it a day and kills Wesker like that. Or it can be like the same way, you know, because Klaus is vindictive like that. Klaus just reaches inside Albert Wesker's chest, rips his heart out, and then calls it a day like that. But here's the thing: when Albert Wesker died and became a Super Saiyan by the Tyrant, he was able to regenerate, because, you know, he came back to life due to the virus that was already injected into him when he was like a child and stuff. It makes you question, like, yeah, because when we seen at the end of Resident Evil 5, when Sheva and Chris, like, they shot the rocket launcher and they blown up Wesker, like, yeah, he was, you know, he's dead, you know, that was pretty much it. But if he was to get shot in the chest, or maybe get his heart ripped out, would he still be able to regenerate? I'm botching my fucking words there. Will he still be able to regenerate from it, or would it just be like, you know, that's it, he's dead, you know? So yeah, like I said, I think in this favor, Klaus would still win. Like, I see Klaus winning it because, you know, if he decapitates him, it's a wrap. If he rips his heart out, I'm not too sure if Wesker can come back from that, or he'd just be dead and stuff. Because, like I said, the only death that I've seen from him was, like I said, the rocket launcher that he took from, you know, Sheva and Chris at that point and stuff. And on that note, Wesker can't even really kill Klaus, because again, you need to have like some white oak steak. If you don't have no white oak steak, you know, you're not gonna kill the man with that, and that's the only way you can kill him. And I don't think Wesker knows any magic. Bullets, yeah, you can shoot Klaus. Klaus is gonna be like, yeah, it's whatever, I've been shot and stabbed before, this isn't gonna do much to me. So I mean, at this point, like I said, all in favor, it'll still go to Klaus, because again, you know, there's no white oak steak. Now, like I said, we all know Klaus knows how to bite, so if, like I said, maybe if he was to bite Wesker, maybe some stuff in Wesker's blood, maybe it can get him sick, or, but like I said before, he's a vampire, so that stuff doesn't really work on him like that. So like I said, in all in favor, it'll probably just goes to Klaus. It'll just go to Klaus and stuff. Now, hand-to-hand combat, I would like to say they could be on par. You know, I mean, like I said, like, you know, they both strong, so it doesn't mean that, oh, one's gonna do the other. Like, yeah, both is gonna try to rip each other's heart outs and stuff. Like, he says to him, I only have 7 minutes to play with you. Klaus is just like, whatever. They just going at it and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, all the favor is still gonna go to Klaus. It's still gonna go to Klaus. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I love my man Wesker, because Wesker has been through a lot over his, you know, publications and years and stuff, for manipulating people, getting people to do whatever he wants. Now, let's say he had the Ouroboros, right? Let's give out the factor, because Wesker has to inject like this serum in order for him to, you know, remain the way he is. Because if he don't remain the way he is, I think without the serum, he either gets weakened or he dies. I forgot, it's either one of the two. But let's just say he, you know, when he overdosed and he had like the Ouroboros and he injected the stuff into him, and he became the way he was. Now, yes, he was slower, but that's still virus and all that other stuff. Now, okay, yeah, he's much slower, right? Klaus probably would have a hard time, and, you know, biting him and injecting him. Now, let's just say, now here's a thought. Let's just say, like, that version of Wesker with the Ouroboros wrapped to him, and let's just say he injects that stuff into, you know, Klaus or something, right? Maybe it's a possibility it can make him, you know, I don't know, some sort of vampire virus X or something, where he's all types of fucked up, but that healing, none of that stuff is working, because it's, you know, it's Resident Evil stuff, you know, it's gonna get people fucked up. So I don't know, maybe it probably like do something to him and stuff. He's like, Klaus is freaking out, he's screaming like, what the hell is this? And you see some shit growing out his arms, and pus sauce growing on the side of his chest, and he doesn't even know what's going on. And it's far worse than the venom that he inflicts upon people when he bites them. So I don't know, maybe with the Ouroboros virus, maybe it could probably do something to Klaus, you know, or fuck, maybe if Wes could be like, well, I can't do anything, like, I've ripped this dude's heart out like 4 or 5 times and he keeps coming back from it. Last thing is just inject him with something, because like I said, there's no white oak steak. What are you gonna do with it? Oh, you gonna stab him in the heart with it. He's gonna be like, yo, I'm an original. This shit ain't gonna work. He's just gonna take the steak out, and the next thing Wesker probably would do, because don't get me wrong, Wesker and Klaus, they both mastermind to, you know, to a degree, and sometimes they can be, you know, one step ahead, you know, because Klaus been one step ahead for thousands of years for the people that he's been killing, and, you know, evading and dodging his father and stuff. And same with you know, Wesker, you know, he's been the same way. He's always been like step ahead of like Chris and other people that he's been, you know, dealing with. So let's just say, you know, he doesn't, everything fails, everything just completely fails. He just injects him with the Ouroboros virus and stuff. Now mind you, he is a vampire, so it probably may not work, but like I said, this is Resident Evil we talking about. All types of crazy shit happen in that freaking universe. So like I said, maybe something happens and the X virus, the vamp virus comes out, and Klaus is just all types of fucked up. He's like, get this off of me. What is this? Rebecca! You know? You know, he's screaming and hollering and shit like that. But, you know, that's why I said for this fight, Klaus would still win. But if all fails and Wesker can't do anything to him. Like, he can't, you know. The next thing you know, he probably just injects him with viruses and stuff. T viruses, X viruses, G viruses and stuff. See what happens to him. Now, if Klaus be like, yo, none of this shit works on me, you failed. Decapitation, then, like I said before, Klaus is gonna be probably like the victor for this. But if all fails, you know, like I said, Albert Wesker can try to use like some sort of virus on him to slow him down or something, and try to figure a way of actually killing him, you know. I mean, fight, like, throw him into a lava. I mean, he'll be burnt to death, but again, he's still an original. I mean, yeah, he'd be burning to death, but it's not gonna officially kill him, you know. So I don't know. That's what I said. Both men are probably, like, mainly Albert Wesker would be just thinking of ways to try to kill Klaus. Klaus would be just sitting there like, well, he'd just be toying with him too. He'd probably get bored. He'd probably just get bored of him and be like, oh, you're like the first human to ever give me like a full challenge. Well, let's see. Hold up. I can't say that because there was some people that did give him some challenges. So I can't say that. But probably like he'd see like, well, you're the person that isn't boring, you know, like you're thinking of ways to kill me, you know, so a superhuman and stuff. Because in the Vampire Diaries, you had there was these vampire hunters, but they was I think there was either some sort of curse or they was born with some sort of mark. I can't fully remember. And they had speed. They had what would you Deathstroke? No, not Deathstroke. More like they had like power. They was able to move faster than an average vampire, but not an original, because there was this dude, can't remember because it's been so long. He tried to stab Klaus, and Klaus was like, "Hold up, what you doing here? This shit don't work on me. I'm not your average vampire. You know, I'm a hybrid. You know, stuff like that." So, you know, it'll probably be something like that. But in all favors, I say Klaus. Klaus is gonna be the victor here and stuff, because like I said before, you're just gonna have Albert Wesker trying ways to figure a way of trying to kill him. But overall, Klaus is gonna probably be the victor here. So if you like what you heard what you like, you know, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff. I'll catch you later.